Hi, everybody. Welcome to Busy Living Sober. Busy Living Sober. Busy Living Sober. It's episode 272. And it's Thanksgiving. And you might be like, no, it's not. And I'm going to be like, yes, it is. Next week it is. And I'm not coming on next week. My kids are going to be home. So I want to be with my kids. So I will not be on next week. But I'll be back on December 1st. And I have a guest for December 1st, which is really going to be a cool one because it's actually it's a young mom, and I'm excited about that. I've got a really fun guest coming on. And so for this week, I thought I'm going to talk about Thanksgiving, even though it's not Thanksgiving till next week, but being prepared for Thanksgiving is a huge one because Thanksgiving is a time where not only are you with family, but Wednesday night of Thanksgiving is always like the night you get together with people from high school. At least I used to do that. And then there's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of emotions. It's a big time of the year. It's like crazy time. And right now, given where we are in our lives, and last year we didn't have, like, you weren't supposed to be with family or anything, and the mask and the whole 9 yards. And this year, I don't know, you might wear a mask, you might not wear, you might wear a mask, you might not wear a mask. I don't have an opinion either way. I know that could bring up though feelings, right? Feelings, which aren't facts, but it's crazy time. And especially what's going on in our society with the head of our, country. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so you're going to come and you've just like realized that you are no longer drinking, or you want to quit drinking, and it's kind of going to be hard and you're kind of nervous about it, but you're going to this thing. It's just the holidays. It's a crazy, 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 crazy time of year. And it is, especially for an alcoholic. They call it the Bermuda Triangle: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So it's triangle, right? And those holidays, a lot of people go out during those holidays because it's like, screw it, I can't take it anymore. And so I wanted to throw out there a little, like, what Busy Living Sober's idea, meaning Busy's idea, my ideas for getting through the holiday season, because it doesn't matter if you have a week of sobriety, a day of sobriety, or if you have a year of sobriety, or you have 50 years of sobriety. This time of year, if you are not spiritually fit, if you don't have a plan, it's a hard time for anybody to say, I'm going to stay sober during this time, because it's hard. And I don't mean it's hard like you can't do it. I mean, it's hard like, oh my gosh, this is a big thing for me, and I'm kind of nervous about it. And so I want to throw some ideas out there that I thought might be good for you to think about. For one, you know where you're going for Wednesday. Hopefully Wednesday, you're going to be baking pies with somebody in your family or a friend. Let's say you're going to bake pies, or you're going to bake, and maybe you're doing a gluten-free pie for the first time, or you're making a dessert, or you're making a side. You can bring something to whatever event you're either going to or you're hosting. You'll be cooking on Wednesday. And you're like, okay, I'm going to be cooking, but I'm going to have my family there. My family makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, so how are you going to manage doing that, cooking and being around these people so that you feel comfortable? For one, you're going to go, and hopefully you have your own means of transportation. If you do not have your own means of transportation, I would make sure you can get an Uber, and you're going to be like, okay, or get a cab, or you can take a bus. But you can go somewhere and meet up with friends. And especially if you've tried AA, there's meetings, they have them called, they're called alcothons. So they have meetings like 24 hours a day. And if you can't go out and you can't get out of where you are, maybe you can go to a quiet spot in your house, like a closet, and go in that closet. If that's the only place you can find, go to the basement, go somewhere, go to the attic, go somewhere in this place where you can be by yourself and you can listen to a meeting on Zoom. So you can participate, and you don't even have to, maybe this will be the first time you're ever going to go to one because you're feeling so desperate and you're like, I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink more than I want to drink. I don't want to drink. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And if that means I'm going to go to a Zoom meeting, I've never been to one, but maybe I'll try it on Thanksgiving night or on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Do it. Zoom has made it so easy. because then you hear a solution. I know that for you that have never been to one, I host a meeting that going to happen next week, Wednesday and Thursday. It doesn't matter that it's Thanksgiving. We will still be there at 8 a.m. And it's 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's a phone list, and there's a lot of phone numbers on those lists. Calling someone, that's your second thing. So first, going and figuring out if I need to take a time out. I remember when my kids were little and I'd be like, it's time for a timeout. And they'd be like, I don't want to go to a timeout. I'm like, please sign me up for timeout. Timeout. I want a timeout. So if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed, this is too much family, I need a break, I'm feeling insecure, I'm feeling less than, I'm feeling like I hate these people, I don't want to do this, but I have to stay because it is my family and this is what I said I was going to do, but how am I going to get through it? Take a time out. And you can go to a meeting on Zoom. You don't have to necessarily stay for a whole hour. You can go if you're like, if you just go for 15 minutes, and you're like, I got what I needed, I'm going to be able to stay away from the booze the rest of today. And then you might say, but I want to go back again. I might need to go twice, or I might need to go 3 times. Zoom is that ability. Go to a meeting that you don't need a passcode for, because it just makes it easier. The meeting I started does not have a passcode. The information's on Morning Hope on BizzyLivingSober.com. The other thing is having a lifeline. And to remember that show, I Want to Be a Millionaire, is that what it's called? But they have a lifeline. Everybody has to have a lifeline. What is your lifeline? Who is your lifeline? Who is the person that you can call no matter what and tell them what's going on, and they're going to love you no matter what, and they're going to talk you through it. Whoever that is, have them in your speed dial on your phone. And if you have to text them, and even texting sometimes gets it out of here and it gets it on the phone and it gets it to other people. So texting the person saying, okay, SOS, the ship is sinking. I'm feeling totally insecure. I can't stand this. I hate my Aunt Sally. I hate my Aunt Uncle George. I hate my sister. And and you just send it to them. It literally alleviates everything, because you know what? It's not as daunting, because now you've just told somebody, and now you're like, okay, I told somebody, I feel so much better. And you might end up loving Aunt Sally by the end of the night and Uncle George. But right there at that moment, you hate them, right? You hate them, but you breathe through it. I'm going to send my lifeline. I'm going to tell my lifeline. And you might even say to your lifeline, I might send you messages that sound insane, and I might sound angry, but I'm okay. I'm just going to talk to you through this so I can get through this day. Because number one is you want to stay sober. You want to stay sober through this. You don't want to go through this holiday and be like, oh my God, not only did I leave 5 pounds heavier, but now I drank, and now I even hate myself more. And I called all these people names, and I hate myself. Why did I do that? And that is where, when we take the time to figure out that we really want to get sober, it's really important that we don't drink. And it's like, that's the only thing you have to do right, is not drink. If you have a drinking problem, I got sober in August. So I remember I was supposed to go be with my family for Thanksgiving, and I don't think I did it. In fact, I'm almost positive I didn't. I think I went with people I didn't know. I'm almost positive I went to somebody in a meeting, asked me if I wanted to go to their house. And I said, sure. I didn't know them, but I think I did. Maybe I'm wrong, but I knew I had a lifeline, needless to say. And having that ability to say, this is too much. I can't do this. These people, it's not working for me. I'm trying to get through this meal, and I don't feel great about myself. That's a huge thing to pay attention to. And so pay attention to how you're feeling. That's one thing I want to say. Just pay attention to how you're feeling. And literally, a meditation can be as little as closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, breathing out. Now you've relaxed. Put both feet on the floor. Put your hand. I always like to put my hands open sometimes, because I feel like the earth, like God, or whatever you want to call it, can come into your life because your arms are open and you're open to the angel. Just say it's angels. You're just like, I want angels to come in. I want somebody, I want someone that's passed away to come and be with me. And if we visualize it, it happens. And taking just that time can change our entire way of thinking, like 360 degrees, by just taking that time and going, maybe sending the email, the text message to somebody, like, this is how I feel. Or, another great tool, I do it all the time. I email myself and I text message myself if I'm going to forget something. So you could email yourself or you could text yourself and say, okay, to me, oh my God, if I make it through this dinner, I'm not going to be able to believe it. If I make it through this dinner, I'm buying myself a present, or I'm having a piece of cake, or I'm having a piece of pie. Like, reward yourself. I'm going to go for an extra long walk, or whatever it is, reward yourself. But make sure you do one of those things. Like, those thoughts that are going through your head, they will not disappear until you give them to someone verbally, or you write them down. And that can be handwritten, or you can text it to yourself, or you can email yourself. Go to a meeting, see what they say in the meeting that you can relate to. Maybe you can you hear one thing like, oh my God, if I don't drink, I'll not get drunk. And that might help you stay sober the rest of the meal. You have no idea. Have fun. That's my second thing. Have fun. You're like, how am I going to have fun if I'm not drunk? I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have fun if you're not drunk. You're going to have fun. You can make fun anywhere. You can look at things that you're going to see in the house that you never really looked at. And because you were always thinking about the alcohol, and you're like, oh my God, and just laugh. There's probably things that your family does that you're like, oh my gosh, they're cray-cray. That's my family. I love them, but they're crazy. And you're able to watch it, and you're able to be a participant in it. And you're not like judging them. You're just going, wow, that's some crazy stuff I'm related to. That's some crazy stuff I'm related to. And that's huge. Have fun. If you want to make crafts if you want to bring a craft to the dinner, that's also a great idea. I was just telling a friend of mine yesterday, she called me, she's like, what am I going to do? She's having 22 people for her house for Thanksgiving. And she's like, what do you think we should do? I'm like, get those little pumpkins at the dollar store and get everybody a pumpkin and get a bunch of Sharpies and put them on the table. And you can have like a contest. Who did the pumpkin the best? If you bring that, it makes it fun. Bring a game, not a game that's going to cause anxiety or cause anybody to like get politically upset with themselves, but something fun, Pictionary, like do something where you have to draw something where there's no politics. It just gets to be fun, just G-rated fun. Okay. G-rated fun. Bring something fun. Get dressed up. If everybody in your family's not getting dressed up and you're like, you know what, I want to get dressed up. I want to put on a skirt, or I want to put on my suit. I want to do something that makes me feel good. Do it. Do something that makes you feel good. And I have to tell you, if I put on something that makes me feel good, that's like half the battle. If I feel good in my outfit, put on a pair of heels or put on a pair of your favorite loafers and be like, I'm going to get dressed in this. And I don't care if everybody else is wearing sweatpants. I'm going to look good because it makes me feel good. Own it. Be who you are. Have fun. Be celebrating yourself. Bring yourself your favorite drink. By the way, that's another thing. Number 3, bring your favorite drink, whatever that is. And as I've mentioned many times, Pellegrino is my favorite, or Topo Chico. I love both those sparkling waters. Pellegrino, for some reason, I can't find it anywhere. I went to the store today, they had none. So get Perrier, whatever sparkling water you can get. There's Voss, there's like a ton of different ones. Whatever that one is, you can even get plain club soda. And let's say they have apple cider vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, but apple cider. You can take apple cider and mix it with the Pellegrino or the sparkling club soda and put it in a wine glass, and it looks very pretty. You could even put like a thing of cinnamon in it and a slice of apple. Like you could make it very pretty. That could be your drink that you're going to have. Everyone's like, oh, I'm having an appletini. Well, you're having this fun apple drink. Nobody's going to care well, some might care, but that's going to be your thing that you're going to have. Whatever it is you like to drink. If you're like, I don't like that, I like cranberry, then get cranberry and club soda, get cranberry and Pellegrino, get lemonade and Pellegrino, whatever it is, but make sure that you're not going somewhere where they don't have it, that you should bring it with you. So stop or get it on Wednesday. Make sure you have your drink in hand that you are going to bring so that you have the stuff. That's your tools. That's your tool, is that you have the drink that you like to drink, and you don't have to rely on the person you're going to. And if the person you're going to says you don't have to bring anything, make sure you still bring your drink. If they already have it, then bring it home with you. But if they don't have it, at least you have what you like to drink so that you feel comfortable. Because you getting through these holidays is the most important thing. What everybody else thinks is none of your business. You taking care of you is number one. Making sure you have that drink. So wait, what do we have? We have make sure you have a way of getting out of there. Make sure you have fun. Make sure you have a drink. Okay. Make sure you have a drink that you like to drink. Eat dessert. Who cares? It's sugar. It's going to make you feel better anyway. Make sure you have dessert. If they don't have dessert on Thanksgiving, oh my God, you would hope that they have like 10 desserts and have a little bit of everything. I'm not saying every big thing, but have a little taste of everything. And that will make you feel better. Get the dessert. Number 4, have dessert. Okay. So you're going to have fun. You're going to have dessert. You're going to have your drink, and you're going to set a boundary. And boundaries are very difficult. And I can tell you, this is like maybe sobriety, like a master's. And sobriety is having a real boundary is hard. But maybe your boundary needs to be within you. And you say to yourself, you know what, self? I'm not going there with my brother. I'm not going to talk to myself. I'm not going to talk to my brother about the thing that he's going to want to talk about that comes up every year. I'm not going to talk about it. Or you know that somebody believes this way politically, and you believe this way politically. You already know this, that you guys sit on different sides of the spectrum. You've seen their Facebook posts. You know what they're already thinking. You know it's the exact opposite of what you're thinking. And before you go in the house, you make a promise to yourself. I am not discussing this today. I am not discussing. And if they bring it up to you, say, I know, I don't want to talk about that today. And if they keep going back, say, no, I don't want to talk about that today. And if they bring it up again, no, I don't want to talk about it. At the third time, 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes, you're out. Third time, you get up, you remove yourself. That's when maybe you go back to my first thing we were talking about, which is going into the closet, going into your car, taking a time out, saying, I'm not doing this, and just say, I'm not doing this. I don't want to talk about it. And if they're say, well, da, 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 and I think da, 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 you can say, you know what? Isn't it great weather? Oh my God, are you excited? Did you watch the Macy's Day Parade? Oh my gosh, did you see that it's storming somewhere weather-wise? Da, 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 da. Oh, have you watched the show Ted Lasso? It's really funny. What do you think about Ted Lasso? Whatever it is to get you out of, what Christmas presents did you get for your kids? What Christmas presents are you getting for your coworkers? Did you get your coworkers a Christmas present? What are you doing for the holidays? Are you giving back to anybody? Have you done anything special this day? Anything but to go feed the fire of where you already know there's tension. Wherever there's tension, make sure you set a boundary with yourself. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. And if it's at that third time as a charm, if that doesn't work, you can leave. Hopefully you can take a to-go plate of desserts and your dinner, and you can go home and watch It's a Wonderful Life. You can go do that. Or you could go watch your favorite show. You could watch your football game. You could watch a movie. You could watch Netflix. You could do all these things, but you might have to leave. Now, you don't have to leave mad, and you don't have to leave stomping your feet, you can just leave and say, you know what, it's just too much. I'm trying to get into a Zen place and this is not Zen and I'm not going to do this right now. But thank you. I love you. I'll see you at Christmas in 25 days. But doing that, taking care of you and making sure you're okay is number one on this holiday. Number one. Because if you're okay, you're going to have a great day. Nobody else is going to make you okay. Just you are. So making sure that you are okay is number one. Doing these things, making sure you've got a way to leave, thinking sure you have something to eat, making sure that you have, a way of taking care of you. We don't know, we aren't taught in school how to take care of ourselves. It's very odd, but we aren't. We're taught to do a lot of things, but not taught how to take care of ourselves, and not taught that, feelings aren't facts and you're going to change your feelings. And as I mentioned earlier, you might go from starting hating Aunt Sally to loving Aunt Sally by the end of the night. And we can't take ourselves too damn seriously. We have to have a little fun. Like, life is short. I was talking about games. One of my other favorite things to do on the Thanksgiving table is go around and talk about what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for this year? And if nobody knows, maybe you'll say, I'm really grateful that I'm sober. This is my first sober holiday since I was 12, and I'm really happy to be here sober. And might everybody go, oh, and you might be like, oh, yes, I am. And taking care of you, taking care of yourself during this holiday and being grateful is the most important thing. All the rest of the stuff doesn't matter, because you want to wake up on Friday and be like, that was a really fun. I was only there for 20 minutes, but it was a great 20 minutes. Or I was only there for an hour, or I was there the whole night and I was able to be of service to my family, and I was able to show up and keep my mouth shut and have a really nice time. And that, at the end of the day, is all that matters. Because Thanksgiving is about giving thanks, having gratitude, being able to look at life and be like, gosh, this is really nice. I get to live in a place where I have my family, and as crazy as that my family is, they're my family. And there's this old saying that, like, you throw all of your problems into, if everybody in that room threw all their problems in the middle of the room, and it was time to pick the problems out, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to pick your own problems because they're yours. It's your life. You can do this. You can do this thing. Our head says this, we can't. It's our isms that say we can't. You can. You can get through this. You totally can get through these 3 holidays that are coming up and be good. Because I just saw somebody, I can't remember where I was, but somebody said to me, isn't being sober just the best? Isn't it just the best not to ever have any regrets or have any question of saying, what did I say last night, and hurting someone, and then getting to the place where you're like, I didn't hurt anybody. I had fun. I was myself. I laughed. I had fun. It's what the day's about, having fun. Having fun, being grateful. It's an amazing thing. Take the time this year to have some fun. Lighten up a little bit. Enjoy yourself. And sometimes just take a deep breath. And maybe go through a gratitude list in your head. What am I grateful for this year? What am I grateful for this year? I'm grateful I'm not at home by myself with the mask on by myself. That could be one thing. I'm grateful I get to be with all of these people. I'm grateful I have a solution and I'm not living in the problem anymore. I'm grateful I can get into action. Those are all really, really, really good things. Life's short. If you're sober today, Give yourself a hand. It's really hard. It's really hard at times to be sober. It really, really, really is. And if you are, wow, that makes you a winner. You might have done everything else like shit today, but if you've done that and you've stayed sober and clean, it's all that's worth it. You're a winner. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of us are perfect. None of us. Everybody's got stuff. Everybody has stuff. It's how you deal with your stuff. It's how you dance in the rain. It's not the fact that it's raining. Some days you're the bug and some days you're the windshield. And it's how you get through those times that really matter. And when life gives you lemons, you need to make lemonade. But if you've done this and you've done this huge thing and you're staying sober, really be proud of yourself. If you're feeling really alone and you need to reach out, you can always reach me at Bizzy, B-I-Z-Z-Y, at BizzyLivingSober.com. Again, that's B-I-Z-Z-Y at BizzyLivingSober.com. You can also reach me at Elizabeth at ElizabethChance.com. Both of them I answer to. And reach out. Don't do this alone. I hope you all have the best Thanksgiving. I hope you have fun. That's my number one thing. I hope you have fun. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Don't drink. If you don't drink, you can't get drunk. If you don't drink, you can't get drunk. How huge is that? So don't drink. Live life. Enjoy life. No regrets. Do this. You won't regret not drinking. I can promise you that. You will not regret that. And if you want to check out that meeting thing, it's on, the information's on Morning Hope under BizzyLivingSober.com. And just remember, we're only here for a little bit of time. Have some fun and get busy living sober. Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all my listeners. I'm thankful for all my watchers. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for our health. I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful for my creativity. I'm thankful for my sobriety. I am so thankful. And I can't wait to see you guys in December with my fun guest. So see you back in December. Everybody have a great one. And until next time, keep getting busy, living sober. Bye.